Hi guys, my name is Julie Pinheiro. I'm one of the producers here at HuffPost, and we are here with Alana Glazer at Murmur Theater in Brooklyn. Alana, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm begging you guys to come back for the rest of the week. So you don't even, I'll say thank you again, but thank you. And we'd have you again because we are passionate about getting the word out about the women that I'm interviewing.
That's great. I mean, one of the things that we are super excited about with this series, Crash the Party, is the women that are running for first-time office.
Me too.
And so tonight, you guys have 3 of those candidates here at this event. Tell us a little bit about what's going on tonight.
I'm like so fervently excited. Also, Glennis, if you want to grab my phone and maybe do this on my Instagram or generator, I am so freaking fervently excited about these women right now. I first read about them in the New York Times. There was this article, the millennial Democratic Socialists are coming. And, you know, we had this, it didn't work out last night, this guy, Perry Gershon from Long Island, who's closer to the middle. He's not as radical. He's older. It's very conservative out there. And he's older, you know what I mean? So he's more this establishment Democrat, which I get, and I'm from there, so I get it.
Sure.
But these 3 women are like radical, and they're younger, and they're women. Like, they're already radicalized being women, so I think that they're like, fuck it. I do want healthcare for as many people as possible. You know what I mean? They're not coding their messages. They're straight up rad. They're legit rad.
Mm-hmm.
Summer Lee, who has the most experience just legally has the most experience with the system, but I believe this is all first-time candidacies. Sarah Innamorato and Elizabeth Fiedler.
Right.
And they're all running local elections in Pennsylvania. And, you know, I grew up thinking that the Northeast is so progressive and it's a lie. It's a total sham. It's a total lie. There's just as much, if not more, racism in the Northeast and more segregation for sure in the Northeast, you know, than the rest of the country, than certainly the South.
Right.
And in Pennsylvania, you see this divide. It's such a, it encompasses America, Pennsylvania, you know, and it is so thrilling to me, the idea of making Pennsylvania progressive. It's kind of like LOL. I'm like, oh my God, it would just be, I feel like when it's gone blue in the past, it's been by like the skin of your teeth, you know, and it would be so cool to not only be progressive, but be, not only have Democrats, but progressive, real Democrats who are, who want, it's like, what are we begging the other side to see? Everybody wants to take care of each other, as many people as possible. That's what these 3 women stand for to me, and I'm like, oof, I'm just very passionate about amplifying their campaigns.
Yeah, you've given a lot of progressive women a platform. Why do you think it's important that progressives, and specifically progressive women, should care about the progressive movement? I mean, that's a huge thing right now.
Well, I am about to be a militant-ass feminist, but I believe that women can save the planet. I believe that the future is female, and that the world has been run by men for so long, and it wasn't done well, and that women can do it so much better. Like, in my life, I know that women get shit done, and they get it done right. And, you know, there's an unbelievable concept that is so hard for me. You know, I don't really have, I'm cis, I'm white, I'm married to a white man, but I'm Jewy, got a Jewfro, the way I sound and look, I can't speak without cursing and sounding so ethnic, you know what I mean? So part of me is can't help but be politicized. It's not even my choice. So it's hard for me to understand being a woman who can just slip into the patriarchy and slip into rape culture. And I think that women who aren't there yet, who aren't proud feminists yet, think that the umbrella of the power structure that's currently in place will save them. Will save them when it comes down to it, but it won't. You know, they'll be thrown over the bus. I'm like, Ivanka Trump is the only one who actually will be saved because her dad's the person trying to be the dictator. But other than her, all the women are going to be chucked off the boat first. And I get it. I get that the familiarity of the power structure as we know it, you know, whatever. And I I love old men. I love men. You know what I mean? Like I love male energy and collaborating with guys. I just mean like so far it's been like mostly older white dudes running shit, and I understand why women feel comfortable with what's familiar to them, but you know, they don't care about our bodies. They don't care about our safety. They don't care about our minds. Yeah. You know, Brett Kavanaugh, whatever. It's like the women sitting behind him, their faces are disgusted, even if they're supporting him and behind him, literally and metaphorically. It's like, you don't look too stoked to be there, you know? And I think it's much scarier. It's like this umbrella that people feel like they're in the shade and they could be saved.
Sheltered from
They're
it.
sheltered, right? And it's like scary to go out in that bright sun and be among the other women who are like, yes, we can do this. But I think that women can win against global authoritarianism, which is a phrase I learned from Jess McIntosh and Zerlina Maxwell last night. I think women can win against global authoritarianism, and I think that they can also save the planet.
So what do you think this groundswell of women that are running now, where do you think that movement started? Where do you think that movement came from?
I think the groundswell of women running for office came from having a sexual predator as our president who cheated his way into the presidency. I think that my therapist, who's a white man, a 50-year-old white man, really helped me out with this, really helped me out, where Harvey Weinstein couldn't have been brought down in a Barack Obama presidency. He was raping women and had his whole system of how to rape young actresses in place during Obama's presidency. But we had a black president. You know, we couldn't call it out. I don't know that that Harvey Weinstein would have been brought down in a Hillary Clinton presidency. It's awful, and you know, there's more mass shootings than fucking ever before under Trump. That's because he's inciting violence. That's because he's inciting white supremacy, which is killing more people than Islamic terrorism or whatever they want to call it. But while bodies and lives are at risk and are being spared in the terrifying, violent meantime, there's also an opportunity for those of us who get to have the safety of our bodies, who get to keep our lives and not be shot in a synagogue, at a black church, in a store. We have the opportunity to get angry that a proud sexual predator is the president and, you know, cheated his way into the presidency, didn't win the popular vote. If you didn't know that, just make sure everybody knows. And, you know, it's an opportunity to use that anger and point it at like a better world, that I know a woman-run world, like, might as well give it a shot, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because this world, we have this like pyramid where only a few people get to have true safety.
Right.
And I think that women will win and will do it better.
So this event tonight, I know, so dreamy, right?
Flowing through me, I'm about it.
So this event tonight is rooted in positivity. It's about bringing these women out and giving them a voice. How do you stay positive and persistent in the face of, you know, something like last
Kristen,
week?
you mind popping your head out and being like, shut up? Go ahead, sorry.
How do you maintain that positivity and that persistence in the face of, a hard week like last week, or even the political divisiveness? How do you, because you're an organizer, how do you keep that strong?
Well, I'm new at organizing, that's for one thing, and the energy that's put into organizing comes back tenfold. So first of all, last night at the end of the generator event, I was like, thank you for coming, I needed this so bad, I needed that. Also, I have the privilege of having a great support network. I have parents that I love to talk to. I have a partner that I love to talk to. Generator, the people working on Generator. I live in New York City, which is racist, is a misogynistic city. It's not like, that's another thing. Since I'm like, Trump's from here. He's been stomping around here, and Ivanka's been prancing around the city. This is like a Trump city. It's not like it's just, everybody's so like liberal or whatever, but we are, it does feel like we're like maybe safer here. Our bodies are safer here. And, New York, the culture of New York always feeds me. So a lot of things like that. And also I'm new to organizing, so it's exciting to me.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're going to see tonight? Because we're actually going to be streaming the event from our Twitter in a little bit. Tell us what we're going to see.
So tonight, you will see me it's funny. This space is like not, the last space we were in, it was like a little bit more conducive to comedy. Last night was not like funny at all, and I kept like making jokes, and it like wasn't going well. But so it's not going to be that funny, but it'll be interesting. I'm going to try to be funny, but you know, whatever, we'll see. But I'll be talking a bit about Generator, our goals. I'll be meeting with this cool girl who lives on my block, actually, Liat, who is a representative from Indivisible tonight. Indivisible is this dope organization. I'll talk about them, and she'll just explain what it feels like to be part of this group and what it feels like what it looks like to canvas and phone bank. I think I'm going to do an audience member generator video, bring someone up and make one with them, each of us. And then I'll be interviewing these three ladies, Summer Lee, Sarah Innamorato, and Elizabeth Fiedler from Pennsylvania. And basically I'm just like, you know, I'm not some great interviewer. My thing that I'm trying to do is, and I'm not like ever trying to be in politics or, I mean, you know, that's not my interest. My interest is learning for myself and including my audience in that learning process. And I think I'm pretty representative of them, at least in that I know very, very little. You know, I'm not pretending to know shit. I will bite the bullet for the audience and be like, hold on, what? You know what I mean? Like, Congress term limit, what? You know what I mean? I don't fucking care. I feel I have like a stable enough ego that I can not know shit about politics and ask questions on behalf of my audience. So that's...
Need more people like that.
Yeah, everybody's like, I know what's going on. It's like, no, you don't. And like, nobody does. The world is so complex. Like, nobody knows completely what's going on.
Totally,
You know what I mean? So it's like about vulnerability, humanity, and humanizing policy is our goal.
That's great. Well, we're going to be streaming live in about a little bit less than an hour from our HuffPost Twitter account, all the events going on here. If you guys want to learn more about the female candidates that are running, about the female candidates that are running for first-time office, you can check out any of the videos here on Crash the Party. And if you want to learn more about how to vote next week, please check out the article that's pinned here on our Twitter account.
And I'll be live streaming it from my Instagram too. But are you guys going back and forth? Or like whole stage?
We're going to just get a wide.
Dope,
yeah.
dope. HuffPo is fucking dope. Get on that live stream, and also visit us at Generator Collective on Instagram and make a video. Just throw out some data about what a real person cares about and how policy affects their everyday lives.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.